Cheshta, and in this video I am going to discuss the September Current Affairs 2018. As we have done with the August Current Affairs, we discussed the current affairs in different parts. Similarly, we are going to discuss the September Current Affairs in different parts. This is the part 1 of the video. We know that SEBI exam is around the corner and it would be held in the month of November. Thus, we are expecting the current affairs from last 5 to 6 months to be asked in the examination. So let's start with the first part of the video. Also, I would like to tell you that we have already uploaded the August current affairs and the September current affairs PDFs on the Infinity app. If you haven't downloaded the Infinity app, do download that app and you can read the document and in fact attempt the daily current affairs quiz. So let's start with the part 1 of September current affairs 2018. So first question is, Niti Aayog is planning to come up with the One Nation One Card policy. With which of the following this policy is associated with? This One Nation One Card policy or the concept of One Nation One Card policy has been taken from the other countries which already have come up with this One Nation One Card policy. So Niti Aayog is planning to come up with this policy in the transport sector. So what will happen under this or in this One Nation One Card policy? The commuters would not be required to collect the tokens or the cards for different modes of transportation which they take. They would be given a single card. A single card that can be used for taking different modes of transport. So suppose you are traveling both by metro and bus and you are required to take the token for the metro and or the card for the metro or bus ticket for traveling in the bus. But under this One Nation One Card policy, you will be given just one single card. Now this will be introduced on the similar lines like London has already this concept of One Nation One Card, which is known as the Oyster card. So they use the Oyster card which can be used on the different modes of transport. Similarly, Singapore also has this One Nation One Card policy. Therefore, India is also planning to come up with this One Nation One Card policy in the transport sector. Moving on to the next question, what was the theme of International Women Entrepreneurs Summit 2018? Two important things to remember in this International Women Entrepreneurs Summit. First of all, this summit was held in Kathmandu, Nepal. And second, the theme of International Women Entrepreneurs Summit, which is Equality Begins with Economic Empowerment. So this is the theme of International Women Entrepreneurs Summit and it was held in Kathmandu, Nepal. Moving on to the next question, what is the name of India's first Global Mobility Summit? So for the first time, this Global Mobility Summit was held in India and it was named MOVE. It was based on the 5 themes. What are the 5 themes on which the Global Mobility Summit was based? So these were comprehensive electrification and alternate fuels. The next one is the reinventing of the public transport or the goods transport and the logistics, and data analytics and the data mobility. So these were the 5 themes under the Global Mobility Summit. Why is this summit important? Because it was the first time India has conducted this summit. One more important point in this question is there were 7 C's of future mobility which were introduced in this mobility summit. The first one was the common. Second is related to connected. Next is convenient. The next one is congestion free. These all C's are related to the mobility of the transport. The next is charged, clean, and the last one is cutting edge. So these are the important 7 C's under this India's first Global Mobility Summit, which is named MOVE. Next question is, what is the name of mobile app of Indian Railways e-Procurement system? So first of all, the app is launched by the Indian Railways and it is related to the e-Procurement system. The name of the app is Apurti. So this Apurti app would be one place for the vendors, bidders and the railways users. Apart from this, it would provide information or the data related to the e-tendering and the e-auction activities of the railways. For example, the details related to the tenders published or the closed purchases or the placed orders. These all would be covered under the Apurti app. The next question is, where is the Nuakhai festival celebrated? So this Nuakhai festival is celebrated each year in Odisha and it is considered to be one of the most important festivals in the western Odisha. What is this Nuakhai festival? So this Nuakhai festival is the harvest festival. Apart from this, there are various festivals the harvest festivals being celebrated in India. Some of them are the Bihu festival of Assam, the Kut festival of Manipur. Although these festivals are not just restricted to these states, but these are majorly celebrated in these states. The Onam festival, which is majorly observed in Tamil Nadu or Kerala, the Hareli festival, which is being observed in Chhattisgarh. So these are some of the important harvest festivals which are being celebrated in India. Next is choose the incorrect option with respect to HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017. So the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has announced the implementation of this HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017. First of all, what does HIV stands for? So it is human immunodeficiency virus, and the AIDS stands for acquired immune deficiency syndrome. So we need to choose the incorrect option among these given options. So every HIV infected or affected person below the age of 18 years has the right to reside in a shared household and enjoy the facilities of the household. This is absolutely correct that every HIV infected person has the right to reside in a shared household and enjoy the facilities of their household. Section 37 makes propagation of hatred punishable with a term of imprisonment which shall not be less than 3 months but which may extend up to 2 years. This is again absolutely correct, as it makes the hatred punishable with the term of imprisonment. And again, this third point is also correct, that the fine may extend to rupees 1 lakh. So basically, the act, this HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017, criminalizes any kind of discrimination against people suffering from AIDS in terms of treatment or employment or at the workplace, at the house, everywhere. The discrimination would be considered as a crime. So for this question, none of these is the correct option, as every statement given over here is absolutely correct. The next is, which of the following scheme is not included in the Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan or PM Asha? So recently this new scheme has been approved by the cabinet, and this is the umbrella scheme. So it has subsumed 3 schemes under itself. Now what are the names of the 3 schemes? The first one is the Bhavantara scheme. The next one is the Pride Support scheme, and the third one is the Private Procurement and the Stockist scheme. The Soil Card scheme is not included in this PM Asha scheme, and it is under the Ministry of Agriculture. Now, what is the purpose of this Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Yojana? As the name suggests, Aay, which is the remuneration. So, this scheme is aimed at ensuring the remunerative prices to the farmers for their produce, as it was announced in the Union Budget 2018. So, let's discuss something about these 3 schemes. The Bhavantara scheme, which is known as the Price Deficiency Payment Scheme. What is the purpose of this Bhavantara scheme? So Bhavantara scheme will protect the farmers by helping them avoid selling the produce at the rates which are less than the minimum support price. So this is the basic purpose of the Bhavantara scheme. The next is the Price Support scheme, which is also known as the Market Assurance scheme. So this Market Assurance scheme is again launched to protect the farmers from the distress sale, and the government would also allocate a corpus fund for the crop procurement. The next one is the Private Procurement and the Stockist scheme, and this scheme will rope the private traders. As the name suggests, it will rope the private traders and the stockists at a commission which would again be determined by the state. Basically, these 3 schemes are related schemes, and they are aimed to protect the farmers from any discrimination which they face in the market while selling the produce. The next question is, which state has the highest number of people living in the HIV in India as per the HIV Estimations Report 2017? So first of all, who releases this HIV Estimations Report? It is released by the National AIDS Control Organization, NACO, and they have released this report, HIV Estimation Report, and according to this report, Maharashtra has the highest number of people living with HIV in India. After Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh is at the second position. So Maharashtra is at first, Andhra Pradesh is at second, and Karnataka is at third position. Also, as per this report, India has currently 21.4 lakh people who are living with HIV, with the adult prevalence is just 0.22%. So Maharashtra has the highest number of people living with HIV in India as per this report released by NACO. The next question for today is, the Zokhatwar land immigration checkpost has been opened in Mizoram along the border of which country? So recently India has opened the Zokhatwar land immigration checkpost in Mizoram, and it has been opened along the border of Myanmar. So currently India has two checkpost border with Myanmar. The first one is the Zorin Pui checkpost, and the second one is the newly opened Zokhatwar checkpost. So currently India has two immigration checkposts in with Myanmar in Mizoram. The first one is the Zorinpui and the second one is the Zokhatwar land immigration checkpost. Now, which are the states which have their boundary touching with the Myanmar? So currently there are four states which have their borders touching with Myanmar. The first one is the Arunachal Pradesh, the Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. So these are the four states of India which have their international borders with Myanmar. And if we talk about sharing the international borders with the different countries, so India shares the largest border with Bangladesh. The next is the China. The third one is Pakistan. The fourth one is Nepal, and the fifth one is Myanmar. These are the 5 countries with which India shares the international boundaries, and it is being mentioned here in terms of decreasing number. So Bangladesh is sharing the largest international border with India. The next question is, the name of the homes that offer shelter and protection for widows in Mathura is. So recently the homes have been inaugurated for the widows who live in Mathura, which is in Uttar Pradesh, and the name is Krishna Kutir. So it is a special home which will offer the shelter and protection for these more than 1,000 helpless widows residing in Mathura. Two important things to remember: it has been established by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and the second is it is being implemented under the Swadhar Grah scheme. The next question is, where is the Mil Banche, an interactive program between schools and societies, being organized? So this is first of its kind initiative being implemented by any state in India, and it is being implemented by Madhya Pradesh. As I have already mentioned, it is an interactive program between schools and societies, and they would be providing the multi-dimensional development of the children through, first they would provide the language skill development, and the second one be using the reading textbooks they would develop the students. The next one would be the co-curricular activities. So these methods would be used in this Mil Banche program to multi-dimensionally develop the children. The next is, what is India's rank according to the biennial Nuclear Security Index released by the Nuclear Threat Initiative in the theft ranking. So according to this biennial Nuclear Security Index released, India stands at the 19th position in terms of countries with the usable nuclear weapons. And as it is mentioned here, Australia and Switzerland shares the top spot with the maximum number of usable nuclear material. First of all, what is this theft ranking? So theft ranking refers to countries with 1 kg or more of the weapons usable nuclear material. So in this category of 1 kg or more, India has been ranked at the 19th position, and Australia and Switzerland shares the top position. Moving on to the next question, which state for the first time has launched the doorstep delivery services of 40 services like passport help, caste certificates, income certificates, the driving license, etc. So for the first time, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has launched this doorstep delivery of services, and to avail these services, you just need to dial 1076 and place a request. Also, they can specify the time for the mobile Sahayak. So, mobile Sahayak could be coming at your doorstep to provide you with these services like the passport or the duplicate registration of the papers, even the water connection documents, ration card, marriage certificates, these services would be provided at your doorstep. The next is, which of the following is or are the first from India to secure a place in the register of World Heritage Irrigation Structures? Now this is important because this is for the first time any irrigation structure has got a place in the World Heritage Irrigation Structures. Two irrigation tanks, the first one is the Peda Cheruvu irrigation tank and the second one is the Sadarmat Anikat irrigation tank, and they are situated in Telangana. So the place is also important and the name is also important. The last question for today is, which ministry has signed an agreement with the Telecommunication Consultants India Limited to set up a pan-African e-network between India and Africa? The Ministry of External Affairs has signed this agreement for the with the Telecommunication Consultants and India Limited, and through this there would be two projects under this agreement. The first one is the e-Vidya Bharti and the next one is the e-Arogya Bharti. Through these projects, they will serve as a digital bridge between India and Africa and promote the capacity building in education and health services. So these are related to the health and education services. This is all for the part 1 of September 2018. Please subscribe to the channel Anuj Jindal if you haven't so, and share the video with your friends and people who are preparing for the government competitive exams. If you have any feedback, please come up with it in the comment section below. We have YouTube community as well. And if you haven't downloaded our Infinity app, do download that app as the documents are available on this app. Thank you so much for watching the video.